Amrita, when you look at the price of oil currently, how much more pressure is there going to be on the price of oil given the U.S. rhetoric on Iran?
I think there's going to be a lot of upward pressure on oil. I mean, look, right now there's a little bit of prompt overhang still in the Atlantic basin, which we are clearing off because we had really high U.S. exports in the past. But once that clears up, I mean, you are looking at substantial upward pressure. I mean, there's no reason why we couldn't trade into the 90s, even probably higher by year end, given the volume of oil that we're talking about that could be lost.
Amrita, let me bring you over to my chart, which is basically looking at Saudi Arabia planning to pump a record amount of crude in July. How concerned is the market right now that if the Saudis do increase production, there just won't be enough spare capacity?
That's it. That's part of the problem. Well, you know, the other issue with what happened yesterday is that Saudi Arabia were putting out different numbers every hour almost, right? It was 10.6 at some point, became 10.8, became 11. I think the market really thinks it's panicking. And like you said, I think firstly, even if we assume that Iranian exports are not going to go to zero, we don't think it's going to go to zero. We think it should be about 1 million barrels per day. That's still a drop of about 1.5 to 1.6 million barrels per day from May levels. Saudi Arabia can only increase by about 1 sustainably. Of course, it can do more over time. It basically leaves us with no spare capacity at a time when Iran isn't the only issue. Venezuelan production's falling, Angola, Libya, Nigeria. There are lots and lots of issues everywhere in the world. What more can Saudis do?